Hello everyone, how's it going today? Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well halfway through the week. And tonight I decided to do another of the Botanical Collection sets. This one, unlike the previous one, which had already gone out of production, this one was just released late last year. So it's one of the more recent ones that they've released. One of the most recent ones, I should say. The only one more recent, I think, is the Bouquet of Roses, which is nice, but also looks very repetitive. So I may get it, I may not. I don't know. I also would have liked different colors of roses, I think. You're sick? The flu sucks? Yeah, it does. I'm sorry you got the flu. I usually get the flu from family, so that makes it even worse. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this one opened up. Move Sharky out of the way. So this one has 3 sets of 3, so it's similar to the Succulents set in having a bunch of different, various different models and stuff like that. That is empty. Your Hermit, the only way you could have got it is one of the DoorDash delivery people had it, and they might. Or if someone didn't wash their hands or something like that. So there's 6, there's 5, there's 4, there's 3, 2, and 1. And so we have 3 different. Like, this is another one of the, build together ones, and each one has 3 different sized little potted plants, which is really cute. It's very, very cute. But let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, you guys got bumped a little bit, it looks like. Here we go. Alright, so we'll dive right in. Go. So I've been watching, Criterion has on their streaming service a bunch of so-called post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Most of it's dystopian sci-fi as opposed to post-apocalyptic, but some interesting ones, some really weird ones too. But that's been fun. Alright, let's jump right in. Cultivate your creative thumb. These humble but prolific terracotta pots are the latest addition to our LEGO Botanical Collection. 3 groups of iconic and exotic plants miniaturized to bring classic LEGO charm to your home. From humidity-loving houseplants to desert-dwelling succulents and peculiar carnivores, this vibrant mix of plants works as a group or in smaller sets of 3, keeping their color and their fun year-round. With instructions created to make it easy for you to invite friends or loved ones to join, we hope you'll enjoy your conservatory together. Theo Bonner. One of the cute things about this particular set is that, because they're so small, these could actually be used really well as, large minifig scale plants. I'll definitely have to pull out a minifig to compare sizes as we're going. Tropical rainforests cover only around 6% of the Earth's surface, yet they are home to nearly 2/3 of all plant species, including plants with medicinal properties used in the treatment of a variety of illnesses. The warm, humid conditions allows thousands of vibrant, lush flowers, trees, and bushes to thrive and serve as shelter and nourishment for animals and humans alike. So it looks like this first one, we have false shamrock, a perennial plant native to Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, and Peru. We have, that's it, Oxalis triangularis. We have Anthurium androneum, laceleaf, flowering plant native to Colombia and Ecuador. And jade plant, Crassula ovata, a large succulent native to South Africa and Mozambique. Alright, so bag number 1 is going to do the 2 small plants. We have our always fun half barrel here. Get a gray 2x2 cylinder brick inside. Oh, also I should mention that we're not going to be doing it tonight, but I do have something fun. Let me actually go ahead and show it off right now, since I'm thinking about it. But this is going to be our soon-to-be minifig set. So this is series 25, and it's in a big box. And there's actually 2 layers of minifigs. So, like, I haven't decided exactly how we'll do it. But I want to get through the Ninjago Movie figs before we start on that one. But it's a pretty big box. Since they went to boxes, they now have to put them in a, well, like they put them in a double layer. All right, green 2x2 cylinder tile with top or center hole. Howdy, Ice Oven. How's it going? Get that long axle and friction pin in there. There we go. So this piece, I don't think they use it for a hub anymore, but it's basically a modified hub. Like, the fact that it's smooth here tells me that they're just using it as a Technic cylinder piece. But this part here and stuff like that is where a tire would have fit years ago. I mean, this is modified from what they've done. But it is, I believe, 5x5, and you can get a 4x4 in there, and that right there is 3x3. Wonder why they switched from bags to boxes? So, they're trying to limit single-use waste plastic. So, like, the plastic bags are going to be replaced by paper bags soon as well. And so that is one of the ways that they've done it. So they're changing from the foil bags to the boxes. Yeah, so it's all recyclable. And there's an interesting element to these. The ones that I got lucky with this. These are the large matrix codes. There's smaller matrix codes that were on the first initial run. And it looks like the second run they went with a larger one, and this actually identifies which one is in the box. So, I mean, I'm still going to be doing the weighing and stuff like that, but we'll see about playing around with that when the time comes. And yeah, I'm really glad that they are doing that. Like, a bunch of people joke about it. It's like, oh, but they make plastic toys. And it's like, yeah, how often do you throw away your Lego model once you're done building it, you know? Oh, you don't? Oh, it's almost as if these are different things. So weird. Alright, get our dark brown 4x4 cylinder plate in there. 2x2 brown cylinder tile with center stud. Yeah, so what's really nice about those is that, you know, once you open them up, like, all the stuff that you don't want out of it is recyclable. At a glance, Oxalis triangularis could be mistaken for a large group of butterflies. So what better way to capture the plant's iconic look than by using the Lego butterfly in a brand new color? I approve. I approve. So we got a beige 6-stem flower plant, and I did not realize that there was a hole under there for putting on the stems, which is pretty neat. Yay, purple, indeed. It's a very lovely color. Very lovely shade. You can see the little hole in there. Actually, these are like down. This one is up. Yeah, so some of the so-called post-apocalyptic sci-fi that I have watched recently have been very, very weird. It's like a lot of them are from the 70s and 80s, so it's like, you know, fun little view back on how post-apoc or dystopian views would have, portray what the future were going to be like. All right, there we go. It's a pretty quick little build there for our first tiny pot of plants, but very cute. And I do like the purple butterflies quite a lot. Alright, next one. Another 4x4 in dark brown, and then we get dark orange 2x4 plates. Some side studs. So one of the ones that they had up was, that I watched, I think, yesterday, was an Australian movie called Dead End Drive-In. Basically, in Australia in the future, the government has secretly set up drive-in theaters to capture kids so that and basically imprison them. And this one guy goes there and tries to get out, and very weird. But one of the better ones, actually. Like, it had some interesting social commentary and stuff like that. Go get that on there. So that is going to go on to these sides. Yep. And side studs there, and a couple of curved tile slips. Yep. Okay, next up is going to be basically the same thing. And some 1x2 rail plates. And get that one on there. Two by two half tile. Another 2x2 with side studs, and then that element. There we go. So we got our nice little pot here, mostly done. Have you ever considered learning the art of growing bonsai trees? Jade plants grow fast, are very accommodating, and can easily be trimmed to your liking. I have not, and I probably never will. Seems like effort. We got our nice edge to the pot, which helps hide the gray in there. All right, 2x2 cylinder plate, cylinder tile with top peg. Get our 6L bar with stop on there. 1x1 cylinder brick. And then 1x1s with 5 studs. Okay, so we got that. Then we get these caps that we've only had in brown before. We had the newsboy wearing one of these, and the window washer in the museum wearing one as well. But now we have them in dark green. Pretty cool. And let's go ahead and get 8 of these 1x1 cylinder plates with bars, and 1x1 cylinder plates with hollow studs. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That is 7. And that is 8. Now we get the caps on. I love the use of headgear for plant parts. It's just a really interesting way of doing it. One of the other ones, one of the other sets makes heavy use of bicorn hats. Get in there, please. There we go. And there is the 4th one. Alright, so that is done. Make sure that these are all turned straight. There we go. Alright, next up. Dark green. I love it when you get these rich, vibrant, dark colors like the purple and the dark green. Big fan of these shades. Go. Pop the head off, the hat off, please. There we go. And the last one. Okay. Okay, then we get one of the... Oops. These Technic holes with 4 clips on the side, a friction half pin, and in the clips we get dark green 1x1 cylinder tiles. There we go. Make sure that these are straight. Then get one on top. And slide that all the way down. There we go. Rotate that a bit. And get that right there in the middle. There we go. That is a nice little plant. Really do like the dark green as well. And we have spare parts of a dark green 1x1 cylinder tile, a tan 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, brown 1x1 cylinder plate with bar, and a dark gray half friction pin. Get those tossed into our spare parts container. Alright, next up we got bag number 2. Extra, extra, read all about it. Flat cap in a new color. To replicate the thick leaves of the jade plant, we used 8 Lego flat caps. First seen in the Newspaper Kid collectible Lego minifigure. That's just what I said. I appreciate that they call out the new colors and stuff like that on some of these. So one of the other movies that I watched, I think it was World on Fire, which was basically, the premise was that the U.S. and the Soviet Union tested out really big atomic bombs, one in like Siberia and the other in the Antarctic, or like the Arctic and the Antarctic kind of thing, at the exact same time. And not only did it shift like the poles and the axis, but it also pushed the Earth out of its orbit and basically sent it heading into the sun. And yes, that's the spoilers for an old movie. Which very similar to a certain Twilight Zone episode. But the funny thing is that it's all being done, like the perspective was all from the perspective of a newspaper reporter and the newspaper that he worked at. And it was like, they had to ferret out that the axis of the Earth shifted and the orbit changed and everything like that. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there like you know, they had to ferret it out from people in the government and you know, through people overhearing things and leaking the information. I'm just sitting here thinking, where are all of the university scientists literally around the world studying astronomy? I know it's the 60s, but come on. This is the kind of thing that I'm pretty sure astronomers would have been like, guys, there's a problem here. Like, within hours of it happening. But no, it was a British newspaper that figured it all out. It's very weird. Very, very weird. And the climactic climate zones of various cities changed. I was like, yeah, no, this is familiar. Almost as if it's happening right now. Oh man, I love seeing premises for some movies about like how they think the world might end or something like that. Alright, let's see. This is going to be on the diagonals. Let's get that there. There we go. Oop, I got that in the wrong angle there. There we go. That's better. Next up, another 1x4 round top. And the fourth one. Howdy, Sealan, how's it going? Sometimes it's also one of those things of, like, I wonder if I have just, like, read too much about random science stuff, to be taken in by some of these, you know, these movies. There we go. Get that on there. Is good. That is excellent. I hope this week is treating you better at work. Let's get this panel on here. There we go, and there we go. All caught up now? Excellent. Actually got to work on today's workload for once. And there we go. Alright. So, interesting idea of having the curved top elements here to kind of fill in this triangular gap in between. Also, if I can think of something to... Well, I mean, I guess we're going to have these around the top, but... definitely a interesting way to do like a rocket nozzle here. If you can figure out some way to have it project out here and recessed in the center. Alright, so 4x4 plate with sand green 2x2 cylinder tile. Now they did have Night of the Comet, which I haven't seen in a while, and that's a fun actual post-apocalyptic movie. Post-apocalyptic / zombie movie, which I mean, I guess most zombie movies are post-apocalyptic, but kind of handling it as a more of a standard post-apocalyptic movie rather than a zombie movie. That's a good one? Yeah, it is. It is. I really like it. Plus, it has Voyager's Chakotay. Alright, 3x3 angle plates. I'm pretty sure I saw that one originally on TV, probably TNT or Sci-Fi Channel. Alright, let's get the 2x2s with side studs and curved slopes. Remember watching it as a little kid late at night? Yeah, I don't know how old I was, but it was definitely like, you know, early teens, probably. I wish I could remember what channel it was on and stuff like that, but, yeah, it's a fun one. You miss the old movie shows hosted with Gilbert Gottfried back in the day? And, what's his name? It's like Joe Bob or something like that. I don't think I ever actually watched any of Elvira's. You miss the old movies hosted by Grandpa Munster. Was that actually a thing and not just a bit that he did on Gremlins 2? It was actually a thing. All right. I guess that's why he was on Gremlins 2. Alright, then a 4x4 cylinder tiles. Oops, don't fall. There we go. And get that one right on there. A little bit of a gap here, but it's not that big of a deal, really. Lace leaves are susceptible to pests like aphids and spider mites, so having a hungry ladybug in the pot is a good way to keep your plant healthy. Ah, neat. We got our little 1x1 ladybug print, which I think they've changed. I think it used to have bigger eyes. I'll have to go compare it. In fact, hold on a second. Do I have any in here? Oh yeah, yeah. That's a kind of a significant change. Hold on. See if I can fish one of these out. I love it when you try to fish out a small part from a container of Lego and it's just like, I'm going to use your attempting to fish it out as an opportunity to hide even lower. There we go. So that is the older one, and that is the newer one. Pretty significant difference. I thought it was just the eyes that got changed, but no, they changed the spots around as well. I like the old one. I like the old one better. Like, it's obviously cutesy, but when you're just printing a tile, a little 1x1 cylinder tile, why not? Alright, let's see. The new one looks mean. Yeah, it kind of does. Go, get that there. That one there, and that one there. Alright, a 3L bar, Monkey Kid staff handle, 3L bar. Almost looks like a mini checkerboard looking up at you like, would you like to play? Howdy, little bunny, how's it going? And another Monkey Kid handle. There we go. Get that one on there. L bar and handle, and another 1x2 plate. Get that up there. You may also notice lace leaf, or anthurium, by one of its many other names, for example, flamingo flower or a painter's palette. We love the abundance of alliteration here. Snow didn't melt enough today, you had to walk through it. Still have some snow in certain parts, but it is very, very quickly going away here. Much to my sadness and chagrin. Okay, 2x2 cylinder tile there. And light lime green tooth. Or horn. Get in there. I do have a very snowy Lego set to build, but... Oh, there we go. I think I kind of want to wait until we get another snowstorm. I should have built it when we had snow on the ground. A lot of snow on the ground. A comparatively lot of snow on the ground, I should say. It was only like 5 or 6 inches total over two different snowfalls. But it was more than I think we got at all last year, so... No snow, at least not here in Texas again. Until they fix the grid down there, it's probably a good thing. Yeah, we were. It was what? Joe Bob Briggs is, I think, the guy that I watched a lot. Or relatively a lot. I think that's what it was. Your snow is melting from rain. Yeah, we're going to get rain tomorrow, and that is going to eliminate it. It will all be gone. Yeah, TNT. There we go. We got our clam pieces, clamshell pieces here. There we go. Right, I do actually need to make 2 of these. So one of the other movies that I watched recently was The Quiet Earth, which was really interesting, and then the end is just like, what? Excuse me? To capture the iconic ridged flower of the lace leaf, we used Lego clam shell elements in a new color. Nice. I think you only saw Joe Bob as a later thing? Just didn't fully click? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Different people click with different people and stuff. I mean, of course, my main bad movie watching has always been, and always will be, Mike and or Joel and the Bots. There we go, get some bison horn elements in there. Lime green 1x1 cylinder plates with hollow studs. Yep. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's go this way. There we go. Alright, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. 4 bright yellow flowers. You like both human hosts? Yeah. 2, 3. And 4. I never got so and so is the best, so and so sucks kind of thing. They're both good. They're different, but they're both good. There we go. And there we go. So there we go. We got our little lace leaf. Probably the largest of the plants. Like, this would make a good minifig, like a bush. A little colorful bush. Right there. This could be a sort of small ornamental tree. Whereas this would have to be gigantic, strange jungle plants. If you wanted to put them into a minifig design. Let's go ahead and get you. There. That works. Alright, spare parts. We got a 1x1 cylinder plate with a top peg. 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud in lime green. This is bright green 3L bar, and a bright green carrot top, bright lime green horn tooth element, red bison horn element, bright yellow 1x1 plate flower, 1x1 red cylinder tile with new ladybug printing, and a green angle bar with stud. So those are the parts from that one. Okay, next up. Never actually seen Svengoolie. I know that they're friends, though. Oops, I need to bump that out a little bit in Zoom. We're going to have very similar, oops, still a piece in there. Very similar builds for the pots for all of them, I believe. These plants have developed the most cunning ways to lure in and to trap their prey. With snares, pitfalls, adhesives, snap traps, and other curious contraptions, these captivating creations almost seem like hybrids between flora and fauna. Over 600 different known species can gobble up a veritable buffet of gullible animals, from insects and larvae to crustaceans and even smaller mammals. Alright. Dionea muscipola, Venus flytrap, native to North Carolina and South Carolina in the United States. Sarracenia flava, a yellow pitcher plant, native to the southeastern United States. And red sundew, a native to the southeastern United States. Drosera brevifolia, which there is a giant sundew monster in D&D. Speaking of settings, how come I don't have a room covering Lego setup? I have, like, no space for that? Walls need to be filled with bookshelves for all my books, too. Alright, now we have a red 2x2 cylinder tile with a hollow stud, or a hollow center, and another double axle pin. And we get the Technic cylinder piece on top. Howdy, Bahamut. Hey, no worries about being late. Had a lot of folks pop by his set, including Trace and Frank. Yeah, no, I know that Frank is good friends with him, or I mean, friends enough that they've like he's posted about Svengoolie on Twitter and stuff. There we go. All right, now we got a tan 4x4 cylinder plate in there. The Venus flytrap has sensor hairs around its 2 leaves that trigger its trap. When an insect touches the hairs, it will cause the jaws to close and capture the prey inside. Alright, we get our lime green fern leaves. Also, any kind of big setup that you have is going to get super duper dusty and stuff like that. So. Alright, get those bars with clips in there. Not just super dusty, super duper dusty. Big difference. All right, so we have magenta boat stud here. Get that onto our lime green icing piece. And 1x1 quarter cylinder tiles. Does this piece used for the jaws of the flytrap remind you of anything? The element was originally designed as frosting for a cake. This is the first time it has been used in lime green. See, LEGO knows that people like me will buy a set because it has new colors in it, so. It's one of the reasons why they do this. Right, so then think about everything being covered in studs like this, you know, and then imagine having to clean all that. There we go. Get that in there. There we go. Got our Venus flytrap. It actually, well, let's see if I do that. It actually will not close. Actually, it should not. There we go. Nope, that is all the same. All right. There we go. We have our little Venus flytrap ready to chomp on an unsuspecting morsel of fly. All right, next one. Yeah, no, I can imagine that's a little bit easier. Okay, and black log bricks. Dark gray 1x4 bricks with side studs. Now we have red side stud pieces here. I like the use of different colors for that to differentiate them while you're building. Another tan 4x4 cylinder plate. There we go. Yeah, there's all kinds of plants that have weird adaptations like that. we go. Let's get our rail plates on these two. There we go. Rail plates on these two. And then the non-rail plate ones right here. Yeah, it's probably a, I mean, there's a lot of species of pitcher plant. You know, I'm not sure if there are any carnivorous plants over in Europe. Which is interesting. I think they're mostly from here in the Americas. There might be some in Asia, though. Alright. This carnivorous plant uses thousands of tiny hairs, each tipped with a bead of sticky liquid to trap its prey. Once the insect is stuck to the leaves, they will curl inwards around the unsuspecting little bug. Let's go ahead and get that there. Or adventure in certain situations. Yeah, poor soil. Alright, so a 4x4, no, the 1x1 with 5 studs, and a 2x2 dark red cylinder plate. And then we get our red 6L bar with stop right in there. And then a dark pink 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud. And then my favorite part of this, 4 dark red brushes. Lego hair brushes. These have not been made in dark red before. There we go, and then we get our 3 pink epaulettes. Let's not push that down too much. There we go. Alright. Pink epaulettes make the leaves of the sundew flower a first in this color. If you happen to have a Lego Captain Redbeard minifigure, you could turn him into a Captain Pinkbeard. Well, not really, because he wouldn't have a pink beard. You could turn him into Captain Pink Epaulette, though. Yar, I be connecting with my feminine side. Could it be? Yes, these are actually little Lego hairbrushes. That's what I said. Oh, it does have an extra pink epaulette as well. So I may experiment with that in a little bit. There we go, get that on there. There we go. Yar, I can connect to my feminine side if I want. You can't tell me what to do. Nope, don't fall on the floor, please. And I can gouge my thumb, though. That's always a fun thing. There we go. Alright, so here we have our sundew. And if you're using Lego for miniature play in D&D, yeah, that works great for a giant sundew. Works great for a Lego giant sundew. Alright, so spare parts. We got 1x1 cylinder plates in dark pink and yellow, an extra pink epaulette, and a lime green 1x1 quarter cylinder tile. Notice something about FF6 or Pixel Remaster. They did some modifications to the stat boosts that some espers give. Huh. Alright, next up, we got bag number 4. Alright, there we go. In the Pixel Remaster. Alright, black 4x4 and red 2x2 plate. Huh, that's interesting. And 1x1 plates with horizontal clips. And there we go. Red 2x2 and a beige 2x2 cylinder plate. Then we get a white octagonal bar and another beige 2x2 cylinder plate. 2x4 Technic plate. And we get a 2L axle going down the center. And a dark brown 4x4 cylinder plate. I mean, the point is, Lel Bunny, to have fun with it. So if Redbeard wants to get in touch with his feminine side, he can do so. Yarr! It's fine. I want to be a pretty pirate captain, you know? It's because it was a variation on red, which was a seen as a powerful color. There we go. But I don't think it was as codified as it became in the era of commercialization, when everything got taken to extremes for marketing purposes. There we go. Palador gives agility +1 in the PR version. What does he give in the original? I mean, I don't remember what anyone gave it in the original. I don't think he gave anything. Well, that's good. I mean, I do... I don't like that some of them give nothing. So... It is nice to have a little bit more of a boost out of some of them. I also don't remember if anyone gave agility in the original. Well, no, I think Odin gave the better stat boosts than Raiden, if I remember correctly. There we go. And last one. I will say, as cute as this set is, a significant amount of the set is actually making the pots as opposed to the plants. Which isn't inherently a bad thing or anything like that, just an interesting element. There we go, 2x2 cylinder plates. Speed +1 in the original, but agility +2 in the PR. Yeah, I think Odin was like the only one that gave speed. Or something. No, the pot hues are the same. They're all dark orange, so they match. There are some differences inside where, like the first set had green rather than red here. And we are getting some different, like ground colors in some of them. This had tan, that had tan, and these three had brown, and this has tan. So I think they're setting it up so that it's obvious which ones match which kind of thing. Well, yeah, but acting faster is really powerful. The faster you, I mean, there's a reason why I've had, the Hermes shoes on lock, and I haven't wanted to take them off. Howdy, Shield of Hope. How's it going? Like, the faster your bar fills up, the more actions you get, the more damage output you deal, the more spells you get cast, etc., etc. Why act faster when you can just eliminate the monsters in one fell swoop? Bosses? I imagine they fixed the vanish death glitch, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And also, there won't be a fun Sketch Realm, Sketch Gal glitch either. All my favorite things. See, that's one reason. That's the reason I would play the SNES version over the Pixel Remaster, not the Merit Award thing. I don't care about that. But the in fact, because I've literally never used it, but I would most definitely be sketching Gao once I get Realm in the SNES all the time. Any ideas besides Gundams for use? Well, I mean, like, if you mean using the pots entirely as is, I mean, anything that has a cone shape, this can be useful for. Anything that you need an unusual cylinder shape, this can be useful for. You know, if you want to make some round towers, water tower, you know, if you want some rocket nozzles. What did Sketching Gao do? It would occasionally glitch it and just fill up your inventory with a variety of stuff like tons and tons of dirks, but also something like 80 scimitars, multiple economizers, all kinds of cool stuff. Like you just get all the, like, some of the best items in the game, you would just have a bazillion of them. Nothing is more refreshing than a pitcher of digestive enzymes. The cups of these plants are filled with digestive juices to break down the unfortunate insects that fall in. Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to just, like, literally have everyone equipped with scimitars. Get some candlestick pieces on here. Interesting elements alert. These pitcher plants use an explorer helmet in bright spring green for the opening of the pitcher and a lime green broom head for the stalk. So this is the broom head, and this is the pith helmet, aka the explorer helmet. So that is going to go... Okay, let's get that on there. Get that on there. Yeah, you want to save before you do it, and like there is a way to make sure that you get exactly what you want, but it's also not worth it because you can just save and try it a bunch. I think if you sketch Gao with certain like, I think the fight that you have affects what the sketch results are. Character sprites will be temporarily messed up and stuff like that. That's one of the causes behind the rumor that you could get Leo in your party, because one of your characters can glitch out and look like Leo for that fight. I don't think it persists beyond beyond saving it or that fight or something like that. So. But yeah, you get an absolute ton of really good items. And a bunch of crap, like dirks. But like a massive number of economizers. It's pretty fantastic. I don't think I ever used that, though. I just used it for normal enemies that I didn't want to deal with. Yeah, it's triumphant music when we're building pitcher plants. You can spell it out, Bahamut. I have played the game before. I have an LP. The game is old. If people don't know, I mean, they've had ample opportunity to experience it. I'm not sure what boss you're talking about, because I don't think I ever used it on a boss. At least not as a more than an idle curiosity kind of thing. There we go. We got our cluster of pitcher plants. I really do love the use of the pith helmets. That's great. And of course, for minifig scale, they've used saxophones. And again, you know, great minifig scale. You know, if you want to have giant pitcher plants threatening your minifigs, it's great for that. So we have a spare clear 1x1 cylinder plate and a red robot arm. Oh yeah, Rexel. Okay, so that is that batch done. I think before we start on our final batch, I think we will do some minifigs. Go ahead and get that out. There we go. All right, Lego Movie 2. We'll start off with that. Incidentally, the reason that this has this pop-out thing is that you're supposed to fold it up like that so it stands up, but of course, I'm not doing that. All right, so we have a lot of minifigs here. Let's go ahead and roll a little bit. Oops, knocked over one of the plants. All right, so that's 6. That'll be that one, and a D20. 18. I'm not sure if there's 18 left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, all right. There we go. So let's go ahead and start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Let's go. So far, would probably help if I had my pen and stuff out. We have gotten no one on the first or second rows. We've gotten the Kitty Singer. We've gotten Dorothy. And we've gotten Unikitty down there at the bottom. My D20 is saying 18 again, so Scarecrow. Bahamut's D20 says 15, which is the Kitty Musician, which it's not going to be. And Sealand says number 3, which is Benny. I think that's Apocalypse Benny. All right, so we got about a minute to go. Get your predictions in. We'll see what we get. Funny, in the FF6 Pixel Remaster, you found a re-raise glitch. Oh. Alright. About 35 seconds to go. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? And what will it be? It says 36. More than once pulled a d20 out and it was a cheater die. Wow. Alright, 10 seconds to go. I mean, you could always say that that's circling back around to Dorothy. You know, it gets to 20 and then 21, 22, that kind of thing. Alright, predictions are closed. Let me get my timer up. There we go. And go. Alright, let's see. What do we get? Alright, that is a... That is... Okay. Alright, 14.41. I believe that we have that lady whose name that I'm forgetting right now. I felt the quiver of arrows that she has, which she does not have a bow. She just has a quiver, which I suppose on the upside this means that I'm getting quivers for Wildstyle. Thank you. Quivers for many of the bows that I have that didn't come with quivers. Yeah, that is it. All right. So we get, it's one of the types of Wildstyle. All right, so once again, we are going with 14.41. So let's go ahead and choose that outcome. Within 20 seconds, complete that prediction. All right, Kinshear and Shield of Hope getting the hams. Very nice. Icehaven and Tidal Rabbit going for 20 to 50. Lel Bunny going for 50 to 60, and Bahamut going for no. So the scarf with the goggles is an interesting piece. There we go. Here's her torso and leg decoration. Howdy, Xeno Hyla Truncata. How's it going? I am doing pretty well. And we get a black quiver. We'll give her a furious face. Let's look at that. Also, I don't know if it's just me or if she has a narrower waist print than most female minifigs. Maybe not. Maybe it's just because it's because of the colors. I don't know. You know, get her scarf and goggles on there, and she can have her... Dorothy is thinner? I don't know about that. They're either the same or Wildstyle is thinner. There we go. That's a pretty cool scarf piece, though. Okay, so that is number 2. All of our D20s were incorrect. Alright, so let's put that one aside. And we are looking for 2 figures left here. That lady and that Garmadon. Shocking that we have not gotten that Garmadon yet. Alright, so once again, I'm going to ignore the middle one because I'm pretty sure we've exhausted everything there. Like, again, it'd have to be like this group of 3 or this group of 3 to be the person. Let's go ahead and roll. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I need a D8. 2. There we go. Something on my die. I think it might have gotten splashed by some soup or something. Alright. Let's go ahead and put that aside. We are looking for just 2 more figures in this set. Let's get that prediction started. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? There we go. Alright, so we're looking for the Garmadon or the Lady. Which technically I have gotten her off camera. She was the one that I opened to get this particular sheet, so there's only 2 of her in that set, now that I think about it. You don't think there will ever be Minotaurs? There will be a Minotaur, not a rogue AI. I do have a set with a Minotaur in it. It is guaranteed to eventually happen. Alright, well, it can't be 18. We've gotten all of her. 12. Gotten all of that one. 10. Okay. Could be him. Could be, Lloyd, I think. Rerolled because you realized 4 was the breakfast dude. Yep. Got you a 7. Alright, it could be him. Could be him. We got about 50 seconds to go. And Seelan rolled a 6. That is the selfie guy, so it could be him. So it can be a Minotaur wedding planner. No. It can be a Minotaur. It could be a Minotaur who dreams of being a wedding planner. But that's about it. All right. Less than 15 seconds to go. Get your predictions in. Get your predictions in. All right. Just about closed, and I feel a sneeze coming on. Hopefully it stays away a little bit. Ah, good. There it went. All right. Okay. And go. Alright, let's see. What do we got? What do we have? I feel something small here. What is that? That is a 1x1 cylinder tile, which I think... Yeah, alright. 24.51. It is the Sushi Chef, which is going to be the last of the Sushi Chefs. It is indeed the Sushi Chef. All right. So let's choose that prediction. 20 to 50 seconds this time. Who is getting the hams there? All right, Lord Canis getting all of the hams, all to himself. Kinshir, Isovan, Tidal Rabbit, and Zeno Hyla Truncata going for within 20 seconds. Lel Bunny going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut going for no. All right. All right. There we go. Let's go ahead and make our Sushi Chef. Dumps the hams into the pickleological warfare vats. You're terrible. Why would you do that? Hams are for enjoying or wagering. You know, if you don't want the hams yourself, then you should be wagering them so that other people can enjoy the wonderfulness that is ham. So we have our sushi chef. I really do like the sushi tiles. That is a great piece. It's a great torso too. All right, so that is the last of the sushi chefs. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out the third one. Get our hanger down. Alright, so once again, we have the hanger, and we are going to pull the bottom one. There we go. And then put it back here. There we go. Okay. Let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Let's go. All right, so we have gotten the robot, Kilroy. We've not gotten the Conquistador, the Lederhosen guy, or the cowgirl. We've gotten the football guy. We've gotten 2 of the divers. We've gotten the ski bum lady. We've gotten the banker guy. We've not gotten the fairy. We have gotten Santa. We've gotten 3 of the Bat Boy. We've not gotten any of the DJ or the cheerleader. We have gotten the thespian. We've gotten 2 of the pirate captain, and we have not gotten any of the alien queen. So Sealand's D20 says 16. Bahamut's is 11. So Sealand says the alien queen. Bahamut says Bat Boy, which it could be. There could be up to 5. And I also got 11. I hope it is not another Bat Boy. Really, really hope it's not another Bat Boy. I do not want more Bat Boys. I'll have to build a whole cavern for them. Make a bad movie about one of them. You know, it's just terrible. Just terrible. All right. Let's see. We got less than 10 seconds to go. Get your predictions in. Get your predictions in. And any second now. And there we go. All right. Let's go ahead and reset that. And go. All right. Let's see. It is not the alien queen. It's definitely not the alien queen. That's the head. It's just a normal head. It's a torso. Give me an identifiable piece, please. Bag. Okay. Yep. All right. 39.12. We got the snow bum lady, the ski bum lady. I felt the. It took me a little while, but finally I felt one of the skis. Yep. There we go. There we go. All right, choose that prediction. So that was 39.12. Choose that outcome. 20 to 50 seconds. And let's see who's getting the hams. Lord Canis and Tidal Rabbit getting the hams. Very nice. Very, very nice. Isov and Kinshir and Azino Hyla Truncata going for within 20 seconds. Lel Bunny and Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut going for no. Finally. See, it just takes persistence. Just takes persistence. And me not intentionally waiting it out. I mean, we'd never do that. We'd never do that. So I think that we can get these. Like that. And have her hold both of them. Yep, there we go. Get her to hold both of the skis. There we go. She can just be waiting for her turn on the ski lift. There we go. I like the colors on the torso, the the winter jacket and everything. There we go. Okay. So that is another ski bum lady. All right, so before we finish up, I want to take a look at the Series 25 again. So one thing that I have determined is, first of all, these are not in a particular order. Oop, nope, don't. Come back here. So if we look at these, chances are these numbers would be the same if they were the same one. So we've got this one, and this one is the same, this one is different. So they are slightly randomized. However, I'm still pretty sure that the... See ya, Bahamut. Have a good rest of your day. Look like some kind of McDonald's boxes. In fact, I could actually do this a little bit, and it'll be a little bit easier to see. So, half of them are going to be all in this one. There's going to be 3 of each in the top one, and 3 of each in the bottom one. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to go about doing this. I guess, like, once I get 6 from the top row, then I could be like, all right, we're done. We're moving to the bottom one. And we won't, know until the 6th one what we're getting in that top batch. So that could be the way it goes. Now, this code, it's not a QR code. It's actually something different. iPhones will not natively read this, whereas they will read QR codes. But there's a couple websites that will decode this for you as well. So if you're out looking at the minifigs, you can use this this code to figure out what you have inside your inside the box. It's pretty, as far as I can tell, it's been pretty foolproof. Like, the impression that I'm getting is that once someone decoded them, like, it was fixed. How fast can it all decode the box? Well, that's the thing, is that I think we'll still weigh it, and I may still, like, do a shake, listen thing, and a guess. But the thing is that I'm not sure if they're going to be doing the weight after this. Because next time... Well, thank you very much for those bits, Xenohyla Truncata. I really do appreciate that. Thanks a lot. So we're going to have to wait and see. I don't know what... If they're not doing that, then I don't know what I will be... I don't know what I'll be doing for these. But, again, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be doing this given the layout of these boxes with half of them up here and half of them down there. So, but I did kind of want to show this off. We're not going to get to this one just yet, because I need to still figure out what I want to do. But, I mean, I got the scale, so we can definitely do the scale. Also, Gamer Girl says hi. Basil the Batlord says hi. I'm going to leave this up here for the moment. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. But if you guys have preferences, let me know on Discord. You know, we can talk about it on Discord. Let me know what you guys think, what you think would be fun. In terms of, like, me trying to make the guesses and have a reasonable chance of getting it right and getting it wrong and stuff like that. Because I really enjoy the feel thing for these. And that's not stopping anytime soon, because I got enough to do for that for a while. But eventually, we're going to run out. Eventually, we will run out. Tear them all open till you get the Detective Herring Noir. I mean, I can just use the code on the bottom to figure out what's what. And I'll definitely show that off, like, before I open it. You know, we'll scan the code and see if that is what it is, kind of thing. Arid or desert plants are some of the toughest species you will find. They have evolved to survive in climate zones with harsh winds, intense heat, and only very sporadic precipitation. They typically store what little moisture they can attract in plump pods and save it for, well, not a rainy day, but long dry spells instead. Radiant flowers help them attract pollinators, giving them an edge over any competition in their surroundings. So we have Dodleia bretonii, Britons live forever, a succulent native only to Baja California, Mexico. Eastern prickly pear, Opuntia humifusa, a cactus native to large parts of the eastern United States and northeastern Mexico. And Mammillaria crinita, like F is like the cultivar. Xylmeninia, pincushion cactus, native to Mexico and areas in the southwestern United States, the Caribbean, and South America. Alright, Sealand, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. Tearing a bunch of boxes open is like Christmas. Yeah, but there's no wagering there. I want it to be fun for you guys, too. I want you guys to have a little bit of anticipation, and the wagering is fun for me. I like to see who gets it right, who doesn't get it right, and stuff like that. An orange 2x2 cylinder tile with a hollow center. Get that in there. And get that on there. Alright, friction half pins. I mean, obviously for this set I can do the weighing, but I will definitely have to think about something to do if if people stop figuring out the weights. Alright, so we got beige 4x4 and a beige 2x2 there. This colorful succulent was named after Nathaniel Lord Brighton, an American botanist who first categorized the Dodleia genus. We have some bright lime green 1x1 cylinder tiles with top pegs. Okay, so we get our light blue flower element. To capture a nice gradient of spiky leaves, we added a new color for the 1x1 plate with a tooth. So if you have any Lego animals in your house, you could always give them lovely light lavender teeth. That's not light lavender. I got light lavender downstairs. Where is the other tooth? There it is. And then we get lavender leaves. Okay. And an aqua 1x1 flower plate. There we go. Get that on there. That is very, very pretty and cute. I like that. Look at that one. That looks really nice. Very colorful, large plant at minifig scale. Alright, next up, get our beige 4x4 cylinder. 1x4 bricks with side studs. And rather than orange, we got yellow on here. Kind of disappointed by that. Makes me wonder if they don't have these in orange, or if they don't have the 2x2 cylinder tile in yellow, or something. Here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and make our sides. What, that one? Yeah, it's pretty colorful. Succulents are either like really colorful or not at all colorful. Like there's like no in between, I think. Then again, some of that might be cultivar specific. I do not know. Alright, let's see. Get you on there. Get you on there. And there. Plants apparently have very different anatomy than you were taught in botany. Excuse me? Get our 3x3 cylinder tile, macaroni tiles. This year they actually did come out with a 3x3 macaroni brick as well, which was pretty cool. Alright, we got tan 2x2 cylinder tile with center stud and a 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud there. Get sand green 2x2 cylinder plate. Pair of 1x2 plates with round ends. 1x1 cylinder plate there. They never told you where the pith helmets come in? Well, that's just because they were, they didn't think your you know, young brain at the time could handle that shocking revelation, you know? 2x2 plate there. 1x2 plates there and there. 1x1 cylinder plates. And we have our 2x2 tiles with printed needle patterns. Come on, focus. Also, don't get light reflection. There we go. I mean, I thought everyone was aware that plants had pith helmets on them. Alright, so let's get them facing upward. Get them facing... Nope. There we go. And facing upward. There we go. There we go. Alright, and then we get the eggshell piece and the barnacle. Eggshell is yellow, barnacle is bright orange. Get that right on there. Did you know that prickly pear fruit is edible? Yeah, I learned that in Dragon Quest Builders. And so are the big green pads. Just be sure to remove the spines before eating. Nah, that's where the flavor comes from. That's where the flavor comes from. So there we go. We have our prickly pear. Focus. There we go. Here's the flower. Go ahead and get you down there. Alright, spare parts. We got sand green 1x1 cylinder plate, bright orange barnacle, 1x1 plate flower in sea green, sand green 1x1 cylinder plate with bar, and bright lime green 1x1 cylinder tile with top peg. I have good tastes, yeah. Actually, I do. This is true. It's wise of you to recognize that. All right. Get that poured out. Get that poured out. And get that one poured out. See, I have both great taste and less filling at the same time, so, you know. Alright, 4x4 cylinder brick and yellow 2x2 plate. Get our 1x1 plates with horizontal clips in gray. Okay, another yellow 2x2 plate. Lime green 2x2 cylinder plate. Octagonal bar. And 2x2 plate. 2x4 Technic plate, and a red 2L axle right down there, and a 4x4 cylinder plate in tan. Okay. Now lime green 1x2 plates with round ends. There we go, get that on there. And get that through there. There we go. Get that one on there. And finally, okay, and the fourth one right on here. There we go. Alright, now for our sides. Kind of surprised that they haven't made a 2x4 curved slope yet. And they really love these shield elements. There we go. I'm just wondering if they intentionally made them with this kind of thing in mind, or if they made it and then were like, hey, we can use it for that. That's great. There we go. Alright, so we got the base of our pot done there. Another 4x4. 2x2 cylinder tile. Two by two plates with side studs. Now we get lime green 2x2 cylinder plates. And brown 1x1 cylinder plates with bars. There we go. And we got the soil here, kind of sandy. And then get the lip part of the pot. Get on there, please. Thank you. Parts just jumping out of my fingers left and right here. Alright, where is the other... There it is. Hiding under a piece. as they usually are. Alright. 1x2 plate, 1x2 brick with single center stud. Get that in there. I should get a bunch of these if they ever show up on a pick-a-brick wall around here. Let's center that a little bit. There we go. And finally, alright, and then get our 4x4 macaroni tiles on here. There we go. There we go. Alright, pot's all done. Okay, now for the actual cactus. Lime green 2x4 plate, 2x2 cylinder brick, pair of side stud bricks, 2x2 cylinder plate on top, and then 1x2 to 2x4 downward brackets. 1x4 plate, 1x4 plate, 4x4 cylinder plate, 2x2 cylinder plate, and a whole bunch of 2x2 cylinder plates here. And here. And here. And here. There we go. Alright. 8 dark green 1x1 cylinder tiles with top pegs. Always nice to get more dark green. There we go. We've not gotten that color in this one. Okay, so the bright lime green 1x1 cylinder, or the 1x1 plates with round ends and bars. So the these pegs keep these from moving too much from side to side. So it does a pretty good job of getting it straight on 45-degree angle. Now we got dark gray bars with clips. Alright, 2x2 cylinder plate there. 4x4 cylinder plate, 2x2 tile with center stud, and a 2x2 radar dish right there. Get a single gold 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud. 1x2 plates with round ends. Purple flowers. Not purple. Dark pink. Then we get our light pink 5-petal flowers on top. we got a 7-petal flower underneath a 5-petal flower. Then we have our small plant stem pieces. Go. And the 6-stem plant piece right there in beige. Several species of pincushion cactus grow a lovely crown of flowers in vivid colors. Alright, and get that on there. Alright, next up we got the 4x4 dome element as opposed to a dish element. Gold 1x1 cylinder plate. And the 6-stem plant piece. So we got 2. That is 3. And 4. Alright, these go on to the sides. There. Right there. The arm matters a whole lot. There we go. After being cataloged for the first time in the late 1920s, Mammillaria crenata F. Zalmaniana was largely unknown until it was rediscovered in 1988 within a specific canyon area in Mexico. Alright. Accidentally caused that to collapse there. Not mean to do that. There we go. Okay, now gold 1x1 cylinder plates above and below a 2x2 radar dish. We're doing 4 of these as well. There we go. That's 3. Did I miss a radar dish, or do we have an extra one? Shouldn't have an extra one, right? Nature's own little Death Star. No, those are sea stars. These are nature's own comfy pillows. There we go. Alright, hold on a second. So 5 2x2 radar dishes, right? Yeah. Yeah, they gave me an extra one of those. I do not recall ever getting an extra 2x2 radar dish. So we get a spare 2x2 radar dish in lime green, spare beige small stem element, gold 1x1 cylinder plate, dark green 1x1 cylinder tile with top peg, brown 1x1 cylinder plate with bar, dark pink 7-petal flower, and 2 light pink 5-petal flowers. Pretty cool. Have a good night, Crimson Clover. Thank you very much for coming on out. Yeah, Little Bunny sea stars because they feed on like clams and mussels and stuff. Like they're really pretty strong little critters that will pull those things open. If I remember correctly, which is entirely possible that I do not. But all right, so that is our pincushion cactus. There we go. Nice little crown of flowers on top. Very, very cute. It's a good way of getting a kind of a ball shape that has all these spiky bits coming off. Like, they could do a different ball shape that if they didn't want to have all these spiky bits. But that's a pretty good way of doing the spiky bits. All right, so that is all of our tiny plants. These would be, like, this is a gigantic cactus there. And this is a pretty good, like big cactus kind of thing. Like, this one would be pretty decent to put into a desert scene. You have a hard time imagining a sea star opening a clam? Unless we're talking about two different things. They're pretty strong. Alright, but that is our tiny plants. So, very good little set. Like, it's great for just, you know, one set and have small display pieces that you could put in various places. Like, this would be great in an office cubicle or something like that, I think. Just put them around your office and stuff like that. Of course, you could put them on, like, a windowsill and then have all of them get sun damage. But you wouldn't do that, right? But these are very good. I would definitely recommend grabbing these if you like the Botanical Collections. You want some little things to put on display. But that is going to wrap us up. Let's see. I think we'll just wrap it up. I'm actually pretty tired. I might go to sleep early. I slept okay, but I don't know. Just Wednesday is just getting to be a problem for me sleep-wise. So I'm feeling really, really tired tonight for some reason. I was considering something that would have taken longer to build, but I was like, let's not. Let's not. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back next Wednesday for something else. We will be back on Friday for some more Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. And starting a brand new, longer build in the evening. We'll see what that might be. Saturday we'll be back for a single dose of Spelljammer. Not the double dose that we've been getting. Sorry. We did finish up Pirates of Realm Space. The game is so much better now that I no longer have to play it. See, the suffering continued until the game improved by ending. Thank you very much, Angamrand. I really do appreciate you coming on out. Replay the game? No. 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 Why? Why do people want me to replay it? Stop picturing the Shawshank Redemption scene, dang it. Stop picturing the Shawshank Redemption. You guys are all Andy Dufresne to my state library board thingy, whatever. Board of Prisons or whatever it was. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, we'll be back next Monday with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. If all goes well. And next Wednesday we will return to some more Blackthorn and building something else in the evening. I want to thank you guys for coming on out, and I will see you next time. See you then, everyone.